260 of the Constitution. Pursuant to Article 75(1) of the Constitution, a state officer is required to behave, whether in public or official life, in private life, or in association with other persons, in a manner that avoids any conflict between personal interest and public or official duties, compromising any public or official interest in favor of a personal interest, or demeaning the office that the officer holds. In this respect, therefore, it is also useful to cite the well-known principle that justice must not only be done, but should also be seen to be done. The attention of the Senate was drawn to the Senate, can properly take judicial notice of the fact that the Honorable Osoro is a member of Parliament representing a constituency in Kisii County and a leader both in the county and the national level, holding a senior leadership position in Parliament in the Parliament of Kenya. And Article 93 of the Constitution, Parliament consists of the National Assembly and the Senate. And although the National Assembly and the Senate are required to perform their respective functions in accordance with the Constitution, it is the role of Parliament to protect the Constitution and promote democratic governance of the Republic. The roles of legislation
you realize there is duplication. There is a lot of, you take one and another one, you find that they are doing almost the same thing, and it's like where one stops, it's not very clear, one stops, another one starts. So you find there is overlap. And one of the things should be sorting out, Honorable Speaker, through this bill, is to ensure that each of the regional authorities which is going to remain after restructuring, Honorable Speaker, that we have a very clear mandate for them. So that, for example, I want to say this, Honorable Speaker, about 2 weeks, we did visit my constituency, where we have the Tanadi Development Authority, and we have then the National Water and Harvesting Authority. Water and Water Harvesting Storage Authority, Honorable Speaker. Now, you find one of the dams we have in my constituency is called Kalundu Dam. Kalundu Dam was done by the National Water and Harvesting Authority, but after completing the implementation, Honorable Speaker, there wasn't that proper handing over from that dam to Atanadi, which is now the local authority covering our area. So because of that lack of proper handing over, you find that that dam currently is not serving the purpose you were supposed to be serving, Honorable Speaker. Because the river is polluted, the intention was to do small-scale irrigation in the area. But because there was no proper handing over, then we have faced that challenge of the dam being there, but not really serving the purpose. So one of the areas we must address, Honorable Speaker, is to ensure that even at the national level, Honorable Speaker, we don't have overlaps in terms of functions. In that case, then we'll be able to have them serving specific functions and helping Kenyans. The other level of overlap, Honorable Speaker, is the issue of the county and the national government. Honorable Speaker, most of the functions being performed by these regional authorities are devolved. For example, water is devolved, Honorable Speaker, and you find that it is not clear what the county government needs to do and what the authority needs to do. And it's also not very clear at what point do they work together because they are doing the same function. So that confusion, Honorable Speaker, what has happened is that because of that confusion, then you have conflict always. That what the regional authorities are doing, Honorable Speaker, county governments are complaining that they are taking over their role. So we must also make sure through this bill, Honorable Speaker, that we come out clearly in terms of what belongs to the county government and what belongs to the regional authorities. In that case, then we'll minimize the authority. The other thing, Honorable Speaker, the county government are also having an argument that it makes sense that the reason why they are not getting the rightful share in terms of equitable sharing is because some of the money which should be with them is being left at Nairobi to take care of functions which are already devolved, Honorable Speaker. So in that case, they are saying, if we were very clear in terms of what is devolved and what is not devolved, then county governments will be able to get more resources from the national government without even adding any resource from in terms of revenue collection, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, these are some of the critical issues I think we need to address as a country. The other thing is the issue of the administrative framework, Honorable Speaker. In most cases, these regional authorities have been used as an employment bureau, Honorable Speaker, where the politicians, as included, see these bodies as a way of creating employment for our supporters, Honorable Speaker. And anytime you visit them, you look at the board composition, you look at who is employed there, Honorable Speaker, you will find that there is a very close alignment of the minister and the people working in those bodies, or the board managing the regional authorities. In that case, Honorable Speaker, then you find that we lose what I will call the issue of focusing more on competencies, so that we get people who can manage them. And that's why the other day you had the deputy majority leader saying, I wishes that the coast development authority was being managed by people from the coast. Because to me, that's just a clear confirmation that we are thinking of areas where we create jobs for our people, which is not the right way, Honorable Speaker. So as we enact this law, Honorable Speaker, we must make sure that we have a very clear description of who qualifies to be a board member in these authorities, who qualifies to be employed in these authorities, and we focus more on merit other than connections. Because the challenge we have in this country, Honorable Speaker, is when it comes to matters of who joins which board and matters of who is employed where, the focus is more on how do I relate the connections you have as opposed to the merit. And I think time has come that as a house, we need to make sure that now we focus more on merit, Honorable Speaker. And if we do that, then we'll be helping this country. The last point, Honorable Speaker, as I allow other members to contribute, is the point of the numbers. We have so many of these regional authorities, Honorable Speaker. You wonder whether the number we have should be the optimum number, Honorable Speaker. I do believe we could do with a smaller number than we have and still achieve the same outcome. So to me, from where I sit, we should be looking at it from what do we want to achieve at the end of the day? What result do we want to achieve? And then work backwards, Honorable Speaker, coming to our point to say, how many regional authorities do we need to achieve the desired result? If we go that way, then we will get the right number, Honorable Speaker. The number of regional authorities will be more efficient, effective, and which can be accountable to Kenyans in terms of the resources we are pumping to them. So, Honorable Speaker, as I support this bill, I think honorable members need to make sure that when it comes to that reading, we are very clear in terms of what do we need to do to make sure that Kenyans get value for money. And in this era where we have shortage of resources, Honorable Speaker, this bill could not have come at a better time to make sure that we streamline these regional authorities and then we achieve for Kenyans and push Kenya to the next level. With those many remarks, Honorable Speaker, I support. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, what's your point of order, Honorable Wanjiku?
Honorable Speaker, I'm starting on standing order number 95 to notify you that this bill has been sufficiently debated, and therefore I request if you could call the mover to reply. Honorable Speaker, many of us you see here are waiting for the next order. Thank you.
Honorable members, the member has risen from his place on standing order number 95, that the mover be called upon to reply. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? No. The ayes have it. Mover, you may proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank all the members who made contributions in this bill, and also thank the members of the Regional Development Committee for working hard and ensuring that we get the report of this bill, and of course availing themselves yesterday to make their contributions. So, Honorable Speaker, as I rise to reply I echo majority of the sentiments as exposed by honorable members in this House. Now, Honorable Speaker, I want to bring to the attention of this House the provisions of Article 189(2) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 that outlines the importance of cooperation among the different levels of government. That is between the national government and the county government. Honorable Speaker, by combining Honorable Speaker, Honorable Ferdinand is asking for some time, but maybe at the end of my time, I'll give him about 2 minutes. That will work, that will be fine. So, Honorable Speaker, I'm saying that now combining the strengths of the national and county governments through RDS will help
Order,
us.
Chair, the procedure would be that if you want Honorable Ferdinand to speak on this, then let him go first and then take very little time. But you had already begun doing your business on this particular bill. I guide that you may proceed. He will speak on another matter. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was saying that now combining the strengths of the RDS, who are national government agencies, together with county governments, will, when they join forces, this will ensure that we tackle regional inequalities, will give them strength to boost economic progress and improve the overall quality of life throughout this country, everywhere in this country. Honorable Speaker, now these partnerships between the county and national government helps to avoid duplication of projects, ensuring that initiatives align with broader regional plans and promote a unified approach to addressing regional challenges. Now, Honorable Speaker, moreover, counties and RDS now often possess complementary resources that when combined, maybe through various funding such as of infrastructure, because the regional development authorities have skilled personnel. Now, through collaboration, they will be able to achieve much as they combine, that's the regional development authorities plus the county government. Now, it is in this spirit, Honorable Speaker, that the National Dialogue Committee now recommended in paragraph 833Q of their report that the constituting acts like the ones we are now proposing of regional development authorities, that is RDS, be amended to provide for representation of county governments in the boards of the regional development authorities. So, Honorable Speaker, this is to tell you that even during the National Dialogue Committee engagement, issues of RDS came up, and there was a recommendation. And I'm sure, Honorable Speaker, that this House and Kenyans are waiting for the implementation of the NARCO report. And within that NARCO report, Honorable Speaker, you've had in paragraph 833Q, mention was made of the regional development authorities to tell you that even those who participated in that NARCO committee recognized the importance of RDS. That is why they had it in their report. Now, Honorable Speaker, again, this aligns, the RDS, this aligns with the provisions of Article 189 of the Constitution on the need for collaboration. And Honorable Speaker, in section 32J of this bill, it talks about consultation and collaboration between the RDS and the county governments. Now, Honorable Speaker, RDS remain vital entities in our country's development landscape. that their diverse functions and proven capacity to foster socio-economic growth while effectively managing resources, and we are talking about the basin-based resources in this case for RDS, they play a pivotal role in driving sustainable growth and resource management nationwide or throughout this country. Now, Honorable Speaker, I implore fellow honorable members who have dissenting opinion to support this bill in order to continue with their mandate of alleviating poverty, improving development of infrastructure, industries, social services. I therefore request these members to bring amendments to the bill at the committee stage so that we can improve the bill to make it even better. Honorable Speaker, the RDS are credited for conceptualization and implementation of the following mega projects in this country. One, the Masinga and Kiambere multipurpose dams on River Tana, that was done between 1984 to 1987. Now, the Takwel multipurpose dam on River Takwel, which was done between 1986 and 1991, Honorable Speaker. The Sondu River multipurpose project on River Sondu, under which Sondu Miriu hydropower was implemented in 1990. Now, Honorable Speaker, Mwache Dam multipurpose development project implementation is ongoing. Now, Honorable Speaker, now in addition, there are several concepts and feasibility studies on integrated multipurpose projects by the various regional development authorities at the stage of resource mobilization. And Honorable Speaker, it is worth noting here that RDS have done a lot of feasibility studies, and therefore they are at a stage of trying to mobilize resources so that they implement what they have already projected to do and what they already have done feasibility studies on. Now, some of the projects where the RDS have done feasibility studies, Honorable Speaker, include the following. The High Grand Falls Multipurpose Reservoir on River Tana. Nandi Multipurpose Reservoir on River Yala. The Magwagwa Multipurpose Reservoir on River Sondu. Now, Lower Ewaso Nyiro River Basin Integrated Multipurpose Dams Project. Aror River Basin Integrated Multipurpose Project. The Takwel Downstream Irrigation Project as part of the Takwel Dam Multipurpose Integrated Project. Honorable Speaker, it is also worth noting here that the regional development authorities transcend counties. You will find that one regional authority, Honorable Speaker, covers more than 4 or 5 counties. And it is therefore important to know that the works done by counties may not really be equated to the works done by the regional development authorities. Now, Honorable Speaker, I want to say that counties have their work cut out, and this bill is now trying to standardize the memberships of boards of RDS, and in our committee report, we recommended, which we will bring at an appropriate time, 9. Then 2, we want to bring all the RDS under one act. Honorable Speaker, now with this many, because I see time is up, with these few remarks, I want to ask honorable members of this House that we pass this bill.
Give him 1 minute to conclude.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for adding me 1 minute. Honorable Speaker, I was requesting honorable members that we pass this bill, move to the next stage, where we have also proposed as a committee amendments, including amending the number of board members from 12 to 9 and other amendments that as a committee we have proposed. Honorable Speaker, with these few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I beg to reply. Thank Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Very well. The question to this particular bill will be put during the next session. Next order.
Order number 9, motion, compliance to Article 54(2) of the Constitution regarding employment of persons with disability in public institutions.
Chairperson, Departmental Committee on National Cohesion and Equal Opportunities. Is the chair in the House?
Yes, I'm here.
Proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I have been waiting for this for a long time, me and my team. Mr. Speaker, the Committee of National Cohesion and Equal Opportunity requests this House to adopt the report of the report of the committee on the compliance of Article 542 of the Constitution regarding employment of persons with disability in the public institutions, which was laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, the 21st February, 2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Committee of National Cohesion and Equal Opportunity resolved to carry out inquiry into the employment diversity in public institutions, specifically on the status of the compliance of the composition of persons with disability in the public institutions pursuant to Article 54(2) of the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, to achieve this objective, to sample 39 public institutions for its report on the compliance of the status of employment of people with disability. Subsequently, the committee invited the compliance with the same. The main objective of the inquiry is to assess the representation of people with disability within the public institutions of Kenya. Specifically, the committee requested the institutions to provide the following. 1. Status of compliance with Article 54(2) of the Constitution on composition of persons with disability in the institutions. 2. Assess the distribution of persons with disability across different cadres of institutions. 3. Measures put in place to make sure workplace is suitable and friendly for persons with disability. Honorable Speaker, in this audit, the committee observed the need for public service to ensure equitable opportunity for the appointments, training, advancement of persons with a disability. However, the committee notes that since the promulgation of the Constitution 2010, the public institutions have not complied with the required threshold for persons with disability, which is 5% as per the Constitution. Unfortunately, the average percentage of persons with disability representation in the institutions is 2.1%, where the Constitution says minimum of 5%. The average for 39 institutions is 2.1%. Honorable Speaker, additionally, most institutions that appear before the committee submitted that they do not receive applications from persons with a disability as required, hence low representation. Despite the provision of Article 54(2) of the Constitution 2010 which requires persons with disability should of adoption of this should initiate the amendment of persons with disability should initiate the amendment of Persons with Disability Act to align with Article 54(2) of the Constitution. Number 3, within 6 months of adoption of this report, the public institutions should formulate, put into effect, comprehensive disability mainstreaming policies to encompass all facets of the workplaces. Number 4, within 3 months of adoption of this report, the National Council for People with Disability should make positive measures to facilitate comprehensive registration of persons with disability in their database. 5, the institutions should implement affirmative action focused on retirement, on recruitment, outreach efforts, awareness campaign to increase the representation of people with disability. Number 6, public institutions should align their human resource policies with the requirement of the retirement age for people living with disabilities and inform people living with disabilities their rights. Number 7, institutions should submit reports to National Council of People with Disability and encourage people with disabilities to participate in decision-making processes and challenge the cultural norms through campaigns and education. Honorable Speaker, sir, it is even after this report, after these 39 institutions, the committee went ahead and looked into so many others, maybe about 60-something institutions of the government. And all in all, the average is 2.1. This is a gross violation of the Constitution, Article 54(2) of the 2010 Constitution. Mr. Speaker, I submit and I take this opportunity to request my deputy, Honorable Chelule, to second. Asante.
Honorable Chelule.
Asante sana Bwana Spika kunipatia nafasi huu. Niunge mkono mswada ambaye imeletwa kwenye bunge huu na chairman wetu wa National Cohesion and Equal Opportunity. Nimefurahi sana leo hii report kufika mbele ya bunge hili. Tumejaribu kwa muda ya wiki karibu 4 tukiketi hapa kwenye hii bunge. Kwa hivyo nimefurahi kama member ya hii kamati kwamba imewekwa mbele ya bunge hili. Na ninataka kuchukua nafasi kupongeza chairman na kupongeza members ya kamiti yetu ambaye wengi wameketi kwenye bunge adhuhuri ya leo. Ninafurahi sana mimi nikiwa vice chair ama nikiwa msaidizi mdogo wa chairman wetu. Ninaunga mkono na ninasema Vile imefika mbeleni wajumbe wenzangu, ningependa sana tutilie maanane mambo ambayo inahusu wale watu wasiojiweza. Tunajua tuko na hawa kule nyumbani, wengine ni madada zetu, wengine ni mandugu zetu, wengine ni majirani, wengine tunaenda kanisa pamoja, na wengine ya hawa ni watu ambaye pia wanaajibika katika familia zao na wanataka usaidizi. Utapata kwamba wengi hawajaweza kujiandikisha kwa vikundi, utapata wengi hawajaweza hata kupata habari kwamba kuna kazi imetangazwa mahali fulani. Kwa hivyo ninachukua hii nafasi kuomba wajumbe wenzangu kwamba tusimame imara na hawa, na ningependa kusema tutaanza na maofisi yetu. Ningeomba kwamba kama uko na ofisi ya serikali ama yako kibinafsi, tuwapatie nafasi kulingana na sheria ambaye tumeambiwa na chairman wetu. Kwa hivyo ninachukua hii nafasi kusema ni kazi yetu kama viongozi kutetea hawa watu. Tunaelewa kwamba hawajiwezi kwa njia moja ama nyingine, lakini hiyo haimaanishi hawatafanya kazi. Kwa hivyo ninachukua hii nafasi kuwaomba wajumbe wenzangu kwamba wapatie nafasi kwa mambo ya basari, wapatiwe nafasi katika maofisi yao. Tuangalie itakapokuja hapa kuongelewa, sisi wote tutatazama kama viongozi, kama wajumbe, chinzi vile tutawasaidia kule nyumbani. Kwa hayo machache, Bwana Spika, ninaomba kuunga mkono mswada huu ambaye imeletwa katika bunge hili. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana. Honorable members, I propose the question that this House adopts the committee. Let me take it again. Honorable members, I propose the question that this House adopts the report of the Committee on National Cohesion and Equal Opportunities on the compliance of Article 54(2) of the Constitution regarding employment of persons with disabilities in public institutions, laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 21st February 2024. The first bite goes to Honorable John Namoit, Turkana South. The Honorable John Namoit. In the absence of the Honorable John Namoit, second is the Honorable Harrison Kombe, Magarini.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipatia nafasi ya kuweza kuchangia